facing the police every single day.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch. And I am at one of the biggest cop sucker events in Southwest Florida. Northport, Florida puts on this indoctrination and propaganda every single year. And I'm going to go ask some real questions.
Hello, sir.
Well,
How are you tonight?
I'm bad because we're not free.
Because you're what?
We're not free.
We're not free.
So what do you mean by that is, so you know and I know we need protection, right? But did our founding fathers fight for everything to be illegal now? I mean, look what they're doing to Trump, right? Look what they're doing to January 6th. Did you just read that? The sixth person just committed suicide for just being there, okay? So that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm here. I'm a reporter. I'm doing a story how, in my opinion, you guys are great, right? But I believe the rest of this is kind of indoctrination propaganda, you know what I'm saying?
It's the world.
Huh?
It's the world. It's worldly.
But it is, but at the same time, I mean, even Jesus fought for freedom, did he not? God fought for freedom. You know, people don't realize, that, you know, and I know the Bible is full of lots of violence, correct? They put Jesus on a cross, man, crucified him. People don't know the detail of what they do on a crucifixion, right?
Right.
And what they did to some of the cities, right? I mean, holy cow, God killed everybody on the planet except for one family trying to root out evil. You know what I mean? So what my point is, you ever heard of the Black Robe Regiment from Glenn Beck?
No.
Did you know during the Civil War with the British, if the British saw, okay, how do I say it? The minute a British saw a preacher, they instantly killed him. Do you know why? They were waking up the parishioners to freedom, God-given right to freedom. So what are you preaching? Are you preaching that we should all wake up and take our country back again, or?
We're not preaching. We're here to be the hands and feet of Jesus.
Okay, all right. But do you get what I'm saying?
Churches we go to preach that. Yes.
Okay, so you do know some churches that are preaching you shouldn't.
Yeah,
This
the
church.
Foundation Church that we go to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they do preach freedom and that you shouldn't be
They
a
didn't close when everyone else closed.
right, and you shouldn't be a slave, and you should fight for freedom and not everything be illegal. Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
The TLP podcast.
I have not.
It's a Tom Lapley podcast.
That's on the card.
Yep. So this one, and then you.
It's on there.
Website, you can see his podcast. He's our pastor.
He tells everything. He tells you huge followers, like thousands of people.
Right.
He tells everything.
So he is preaching freedom, and that what's happening in America is going away. You know, they keep saying that Florida is free, but did you know there's a Republican right now trying to pass a bill that if you say anything against a government employee, they can sue you. Did you know that?
Yeah, they're always trying to pass bills like that.
It's
how it's enforced.
It's
Will the people stand up against it or not, right?
Exactly.
Because we don't get a vote on it.
Right.
I don't get a vote on that bill saying
right.
No, I'm not
Correct.
good. So it's what's enforced. You know, a lot
right.
with everything else. So if bills can get passed,
right.
people are free to put in
right.
whatever bill they think they should
right.
have.
Right.
Financial backing definitely helps get their
that's correct.
Their vote heard.
Right.
We don't get a vote.
Right.
But we get to resist. We get to stand. We got to be restrained.
Right.
And say, no, we're not going to take that. And that's
correct.
pretty much we stand.
So here's what's sad. You know, and I know it could pass. This is the second year of trying it. And then they're saying, well, we'll just sue. By the time you sue and get through court, they could have already screwed over a bunch of places. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, exactly.
Like radio.
System.
Yeah.
It's definitely
like radio shows that might supposedly lean to the right on freedom.
Yep.
Dude, did you hear that? 92.5 Fox News is freaking out. My local one, 1580, they're freaking out.
Yeah. It's just really who's going to enforce it, and even then, what kind of charges are they going to have against them?
I'm freaking out too. I'm a blogger reporter. 10 years in Charlotte County Cop Watch. Okay, I get documents from the government and the police and sheriff, right? And I expose it because you know, and I know a lot of the TV and the newspaper are not doing their job, man.
No, they're paid not to. They're paid to read a script.
Yeah. Well, and they're even threatened. If you do the story, we're not going to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. It's a pay and they play by yes, I'll read that, or no, you don't have a job. That kind of thing.
absolutely
They're
correct.
threatened by the door of, oh, I don't have a career. And we know that. I mean, we basically moved here to get away from all of that in
Right.
Colorado, but it's spreading more and more.
I know,
to where
but
you
pot
can't
is
get away
legal,
with
so
it.
is mushrooms. I like Colorado.
Well,
God
right,
made that, by the way.
right.
Right?
But it's all what's enforced, you know, and you
Right.
can see different states enforce
Right.
different things.
Right.
Sure, there's a lot more laws in other places,
Right.
but what will the people take? What will
Right.
the enforcement actually enforce?
Right.
And then how many people can we get to say, no, we're not doing that, even though you sue us, even though
Right.
you fine us or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
There are lawyers, there are an alternate economy
Right.
to all of this.
Right.
And a lot of it is God-based,
Right.
Jesus-based, because we have God on our side to make things
Right.
happen in our way, to where
Right.
it doesn't matter. We
Right.
get blessed more when our enemies attack us.
Well, and that's why
Do you know what I mean?
They put me in jail in Punta Gorda for protesting, guess what, on the sidewalk? Abortion.
Well, right, and you should. They're killing everybody.
Abortion. I'm trying to save a baby, and I did 30 days in jail for trying to save a baby. But yet, when there was 200 baby killers, the police completely supported them, didn't charge them for all the police they needed for crossing the street and all that, right? But I go to
Were you a
jail.
counter protester?
What's that?
Were you counter protesting at the same time?
Not at that one. No. You know, it's funny that you say that. The one that they charged me on, there was a counter protester there with a bullhorn stuck on siren in my ear. I believe that was assault. But of course, they're not going to do that because they hate me worse. Okay. Anyways, this is what the prosecutor told the jury. The people with the bullhorn were violating disturbing the peace. But since I incited them to do it, I am guilty, and they bought it. And then, do you know why they get away with this? Do you know how much it costs to do an appeal right now in Florida?
Oh, it's astronomical.
$12,000. So then we go to the appeals court, and you know what they said? Nothing wrong.
Really? Nothing.
He's still guilty.
What county is that?
Charlotte County, man. Oh my God. Do you guys ever do like Jesus signs and go around and?
Yeah, I mean, it's something where we partner with the church a lot of times.
Okay,
to do
all right.
that. So
Do
there
you ever
is
do the
power in
abortion?
numbers.
You ever do
but
the abortion one?
We need to.
You do need to. You really do need to. You want to know proof of why you need to? Do you know what they were doing in Fort Myers to the street preachers? There's some awesome street preachers down there. Do you know any of them? They are awesome. Okay, so anyways, so they were doing it on the beach. They were doing it right downtown. They repeatedly, illegally charged and arrested them. I know their Christian civil rights lawyer. Okay, they're in federal court right now because they messed with them so many times. So, what's that?
Is it Chris Hall?
I wish. I know her too. I've been doing this a long time. I'm a reporter, like I said, for Charlotte County Cop Watch 10 years. So, yes, I personally know her.
County what?
Charlotte County Cop Watch.
Cop Watch.
It's kind of like The Auditor. You ever hear of The Auditor on YouTube?
Oh, Auditor, yes.
I'm kind of like that, but like I said, I usually pull records, and I mean, some of the stuff I pulled would, make your skin crawl. Like, did you know that Northport hired a cop? Here's one of the stories. This is why you got to pull records, okay, and expose it. They hired a cop, and during the test, they asked weird questions, right, on the graph, okay. And one of the questions was, "You ever have sex with an animal?" And they didn't realize that the thing did some weird stuff, right? So Sarasota found out that he came down here to Northport, and they're like, "Did you look at the part of the graph when you asked him the question about having sex with an animal?" I said, "Yeah, it did look a little weird." He is a grown man, ex-military, married with kids. He's been having sex with his dog for his whole life.
Interesting.
Luckily, he does not work here anymore.
There's a bunch of kids around right now.
I know. Okay, I will stop. But, okay, you guys are awesome. Do you have a card?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And check out that TLP podcast
check out the
with our
church.
foundation
We
church, because
really
we
need
can get our church behind a lot of your
We
missions
really need
to
you
where
guys
there's power
down
in
there.
numbers instead of you getting arrested for being there by
Okay.
yourself.
So there's a farmer's market down there that's kind of famous. Have you heard of the Punta Gorda Farmer's Market?
Yeah.
Okay. That one is perfect. Right now with the snowbirds, it's huge. This is why we need you there, because the guy that runs it is a fascist Nazi, in my opinion, okay? If you go in there and he doesn't like you, and he doesn't like me, I went in there and all I had was a camera.
Right.
And he trespassed me because he said, "I'm renting it so I can do whatever I want." It's kind of like saying, I can trespass black people because they're not allowed in here, right? It's messed up. We need you there. A couple weeks ago, street preachers were there with the signs. What did he do? Called the cops, got him trespassed. Just because all they're doing is
They don't want
walking through.
any controversy. They'd
It's-
rather just keep the peace.
We need
and
controversy.
Yes,
Yep.
we do. Why do you think we have Biden?
Oh, compliance or just ignorance.
Yes,
Both.
because everybody's asleep. Did you hear what I said? Sheep, sleep. All right. So yes, you guys are awesome. My name is Andy. What's your name?
Casey Glass.
What's your-
Thank you.
We need you guys down there, man. Okay, do not be Can I tell you what my sign is? I'll stop. I'll get out of here. Okay, my abortion side. I wanted to do something that other people aren't doing, but because what they're doing is really bad. It's killing a human, right?
Oh, it's
So
astronomical numbers of doing
Don't
it.
be mad when I say, okay, so mine is 4 foot by 6 foot. You can order them on Amazon for like $25 in 2 weeks. It does say abortion, dead babies all over it, and then it says, can we kill you on the bottom? Because if they can kill a baby, why can't we kill you?
Illegal murder. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
how old is the person you're murdering? That's about it.
You guys need to come down, man. They would love you there at the farmers market,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
we bring it up at church.
They
I mean,
would
it's
love you.
constantly talked about because
Oh,
it is.
crap. So does that
it
mean
is
if
murder.
you're not a cop, I can trust you with my card? Okay, because I have a lot of haters. Okay, by the way, I've been for doing what I've done. I've been assaulted 10 times on camera. Ask me how many were convicted.
0.
That is correct. And it was so bad. You know the guy they just executed down in Lee County? Okay, if you get bored, look it up. Sterling Olivaci. He robbed a bank. He was gone. He was on my stalkers. Repeatedly stalked me, stole my cameras, everything. I reported to the sheriff, reported to the police. They would never do anything. He would be alive today, in my opinion. If they would have did something, he would have got some psych help. But since they didn't do anything, he went down there, robbed a bank, had a lady to the neck. His head was right next to the lady's. Poof, blew his head off. Dude, I am living where it's really messed up. You think this is, in my opinion, this is really messed up. But anyways, it's really messed up down there. So yes, please get a hold of me. I am there every weekend if I can. Okay. It starts, I think, at 9 a.m. to 2. And it is a perfect spot. Punta Gorda is packed.
Oh yeah, this time of year, yeah.
Packed. And you don't got to stand next to me if you don't like, because I'm going to have to for it. By the way, I redact it for the kids. The U is redact. So, anyways, yeah, we'd love you down there.
All right.
Has the church done anything like this yet? A protest?
I don't know. They've mainly protest COVID lockdowns.
Oh,
and that's the biggest one
that was
recently.
good. Which was a total scam, man.
but-
Oh my God.
It's probably more
Right.
things to come. I'm sure.
Well,
Especially
you
if
know,
we
and I know right
replace-
now with the election, abortion issue is huge.
It's always been a huge issue for us. So.
Do you know what my new sign is that they're freaking out on? Because we need to change it. Screw qualified immunity. I mean, because of qualified immunity, we have judges and prosecutors doing what they're doing to Trump, doing what they're doing to January 6ers. If they could be sued, you know what's weird? They wouldn't do that. Isn't that weird? Look at Fannie Williams. Did you watch that?
Yep.
That
She's
was
so
a
corrupt, yep.
circus. And then did you see what they just did to Trump for the fine?
No, what they do?
He lost for that business thing they were trying to get him on in New York.
Oh yeah.
$350 million fine, even though he paid off all of his loans. This is why we need to get rid of qualified. Yeah, because of qualified immunity. And you know when they started qualified immunity? In the 60s, when they were hosing and letting the dogs eat the black people. The cops, the prosecutors, and the judges said, we have to have this or we can't do our job. Because you know what? Before that, black people were suing them and winning.
That's what it always should be.
Thank you.
Sue you and win when it's actually justified.
Thank you.
But it doesn't need to be a blanket.
Just do not Google my name with City of Punta Gorda.
We know.
Okay, all right.
We know the corrupt media.
All right. Because, yes, I am all over
You'll be
Google.
vilified, yeah.
Oh, I am already vilified. But I am there every weekend. I would love to see you guys there. Like I said, that guy that runs that needs an enema, okay? Last people that were there, they did try to talk to him for Jesus. In fact, I contacted him. I said, did you know they called the cops on him? He's like, no. He goes, I talked to Jesus to him. I said, he didn't care. All right, I'll stop, man. You guys have a good night. See ya.
How are you?
I'm bad.
Hi, I'm Ambry, This is Michelle.
Okay.
She's running.
Okay, very good. Ooh, you for that. That must mean you are not a Democrat, right?
Right.
Okay, because they don't believe in guns.
Extremely conservative mama
Okay,
bear.
very, very good.
I'm in the
Wow.
primary in August, so I'm
Right.
challenging an incumbent who's just literally not doing his job.
Wow.
I would love your support.
All right. Do you know what the police chief just said to me here?
What they're doing here? What? Sorry.
So, no,
Todd Garrison. I know who he is.
Yeah, so I'm a reporter, and I do stories on, government and, police and sheriff corruption and
Right.
stuff like that. I do the stuff that the TV and the press won't do.
Right.
He knows who I am. He wouldn't give me a ticket to get a hot dog.
Oh,
I'm honest to God.
I didn't know that. I don't
What's
know
up with that? So, anyways, I told somebody else, and they gave me a ticket. I got a hot dog.
I was saying you got a hot
Yeah.
dog. So.
Okay, so we got some more issues here.
Yes.
Okay, I know and you know we need police, right?
Right.
But our founding fathers fought for freedom, right?
Right.
Okay. Everything is illegal now, almost. Okay? Sadly. Okay, there's a book called 3 Felonies a Day written by Dershowitz. You like to read books?
I like your Twitch.
Okay, all right. Local, state, and federal, you guys are all committing a crime just standing here because there's so many laws in the book, right? So can we possibly work on slowing that down, stopping that? You know what I mean?
You know what I would like to see?
What's that?
I think we need to enforce what we have.
Okay.
Probably eliminate some that we don't need. And I
Correct.
don't think we need, like, as a state legislature,
Right.
there is a certain number of bills we can pass each legislative
Yes,
session.
you have a very
But the idea is, I think what we should do, if
Right.
I know she's the legislator from Miami,
Oh,
Miami-Dade, and
I'm
no,
not,
but if
but
she
if I
was, and I know
Okay,
she
I was going to
filing,
say they don't allow
And if she-
right-wingers there, right?
and if she
You
was
will be
filing,
killed.
if she was filing an HOA bill,
Right.
and I had constituents that wanted something done with the HOA.
Okay.
It'd be more logical for me to tag along to her bill,
Okay.
give her credit for what I'm doing,
Right.
and me go over and help my constituents with something else, than for everybody to have a 2-page bill on HOA.
That
We've
is
got
true.
35 HOA bills
That is
right
true.
now that it's just flooding the system. And,
Right.
and so I kind of know what you're saying. It's,
Right.
do we need more laws, or do we just need to enforce the ones we have?
We do not need more laws. We need to get rid of a lot of laws. And here's proof of that. Did you know that the FIRE, Civil Rights Organization, just did a story? It was in the USA Today, I think today, that Florida is one of the worst for freedom. They keep saying we're free, but do you know there's a lot of stuff they're doing lately?
discovered-
And Republicans are doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
the Republicans are trying to pass a bill right now that if you say anything against the government, you can be sued. That's pretty un-Republican, right?
Harassment bill, yeah.
Okay, you agree that's insane, right?
That's insane, and that's why, like, the one word I keep telling people,
Right.
primary.
That's
Got
true.
because we only get about 30% of our Republican voters
Right.
that actually show up for a primary.
Right.
And by the time you're in the general, your decision's really made for you, because
Right.
nobody's going to vote for a Democrat.
Right.
So that's why the primary is so important.
Right.
That's what we've got. That's the message we've got to get out.
Right.
That to cut the head off at the,
Right.
the snake off at the head is
Right.
to get into the primary and remove people that are doing
Right.
exactly what we're talking about.
Okay, so here's proof of that. I don't know if you know this. Okay, there's 2 industries in Florida. What are they?
Sugar and
Hospitality.
Okay, you're close.
gonna say cane-
Snowbirds. Okay, listen to this. No, seriously, listen to this. I'm a libertarian
True.
constitutionalist.
I was
okay?
going to say, you sounding like a libertarian.
A libertarian constitution. Snowbirds, sadly policing for profit. Did you know we have the 3rd most amount of people in jail and prison than the whole rest of the world?
the state of Florida.
Yes, it's the whole world. People keep saying America's free. We have the most amount of people in jail and prison than the whole rest
So
of
much
the
money to
world.
pay off of it.
Wow, can I shake your hand? Yes, yeah. Ask me how I know.
What was
I was protesting on a sidewalk in Punta Gorda. They jailed me for that.
Oh my God.
I am dead serious.
Sidewalk, public property.
Public sidewalk protesting abortion put me in jail.
Wow. In the state of.
If I say it, you're probably gonna.
No, I think I know.
All right, yes. Andrew Sheets, City of Punta Gorda, yeah. So I had to sue them twice, and because I sued them twice, then they put me in jail. They banned free speech. I was the one that did. She knows about this. I did the F Biden flag during the last election.
Yes, and that's when they changed all
Yes, I was the one that sued him with Rutherford in state and federal, and after that, they freaking jailed me. And it gets worse. They're trying another new charge. That's what I'm saying. We have to stop this. By the way, do you know what the new charge is? For my own phone call on speaker. My own phone call. So just like they did to Trump, just like they did January 6th, if you're the tip of the spear, you are crucified, right? They'll put you on a cross like Jesus. I don't want to be put on a cross like
You
Jesus.
need to help us.
Yes. And that's why I'm here. Well, I'm trying to help each other.
Are you able to sign a petition? Are you Sarasota
Oh, no, I'm Charlotte County. I'm Charlotte County. I'm up here. The reason why I'm up here, in my opinion, libertarian constitutionalist, this is indoctrination propaganda. Did our founding fathers say, hey, let's have festivals promoting the... Okay, or it's kind of like, let's have, like the Nazis saying, let's have festivals promoting Nazism, you know what I'm saying? Which they did do, and look what happened with that, right? They killed how many Jews?
Well, it's funny. It's a Northport police night out. If I didn't want to, like, you don't have to come.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm all for showing the police in a favorable light.
Right.
Because I think we have a younger generation that really is not getting taught that in school. They're not getting, and because of what their families are going through, a lot of times they're giving a different perspective of.
I disagree.
The
I'm from Michigan. What, are you from here?
I'm originally from Illinois.
Okay. Sadly, a couple years ago, my dad died. I was up there, and I'm 59. I remember. I'm from the 80s. I remember.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was awesome. No fences. We could smoke pot, alcohol.
We just said we could stay out till the streetlights came
I
on.
sold speeders, pot, acid. It was great, man. It was awesome. I was drunk in class. Okay. Now the schools are like a prison, in my opinion. Here, there is fence all the way around. They have cops inside with dogs, and they're hinting to people, just like the Nazis did. Tell us about mommy and daddy. Are they doing something wrong? That's what the brown shirts did. You get what I'm saying? Do you want to be a brown shirt? By the way, do you remember I did the brown shirt thing too? Did you hear about that?
I've heard.
I did the brown shit. They lost their mind when I compared the police to the Nazis. Okay, I did the blue line flag next to.
This is where I jump in and tell you that 2 of my brothers are police officers.
I feel sorry for you. Anyways,
I don't.
all right.
I'm grateful that they're support that they're.
I know, but
protecting.
ask them, do they really feel good? I mean, here's what it is. Our economy sucks so bad because of Biden inflation. I don't know if you agree. Okay.
Oh, Biden inflation, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. You know what I know. If you are in for a week, half your stuff is gone. If you are in, and I know there's some real crimes that you need to stay in, but if you stay in longer than a week, everything is gone. And like I was telling some of the recovery groups over there in Charlotte County, there is nothing when they get out of the jail. Ask me how I know, because I was there. Nothing. And he wonders why they have so many homeless in Charlotte County, because he's making them. I don't know. Do you live in Charlotte County? No. Charlotte County is really, really off the chart bad. I mean, it's like a police state. It's disgusting. And again, like I said, I know we need them, okay? Yeah. But that's not what we fought for.
I do have a phone call when you're done. I do have something.
Okay, no, go ahead and do it.
I do have someone that needs
That's
to
why I
talk
was
to
checking
her.
mine. Okay.
Right.
They call you. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got enough out of you. It was good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And she already knows who I am. You can ask her.
Bye-bye.
All right.
He went for like 6.
Do you have any free stuff?
Any what?
Any free stuff?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
All the pampers.
Okay, so we're going to switch addictions from alcohol to sugar. That is awesome. Thank you very much.
Basically what we do.
All right, can I get a gummy too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, are these THC gummies or no?
No, sorry.
How about some Delta 8?
We don't play
so
that.
sorry.
Oh, man,
Just
come
basic,
on.
gummy.
Right?
But
Being sober means being sober.
Right? I know, but, okay, so yes, I am recovering alcoholic. So that's true, but at the same time, can you take any drug?
Prescribed.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah. We're not
you know, that's the new national drug dealer, right?
Yeah, well.
Right? I mean, they'll get you hooked on Oxy and what else, right?
Anything, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
So
question about it.
yeah. So no. Yeah, I attend the beach meeting over at the Port Charlotte on Sundays.
Oh, good.
Yep, that's a good one.
Great. Yeah, we're just here we're just here trying to reach some of the professionals,
Right.
as well as, individual information.
Right.
Answering questions and giving out stuff.
Exactly. So now, what are you guys doing for? Okay, in my opinion, we're an illegal military police state. That's my opinion. Okay, everything's illegal. Okay. What are you guys doing for the people that are getting out? Like in Charlotte County, sadly, they put me in jail for free speech on the sidewalk. Okay. All right.
I took a meeting to the Charlotte County Jail 2 Fridays ago.
Very good.
Yeah, they also.
I take one on Monday to
Okay.
the DeSoto
Yeah.
Correctional State Prison.
Okay, that is good.
So I'll do that. We do that.
We go,
Okay.
We go as a team.
Right.
We go to the pre-release seminar at DeSoto Prison.
Okay.
And we present what AA is and to let
Charlotte
the
County
guys-
doesn't have that, do they?
to let them know.
Pre-release seminar.
They
No,
don't, and I
no.
don't think the prison does either. There's a state prison in Punta Gorda.
And that's why I'm asking him about this, because when I was in there, dude, Charlotte County has nothing. They are rude, in my opinion. A lot of stuff is they're in there too long. They end up fucking homeless, and they have nothing in Charlotte County to go to.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's all-
it's bad.
And they wonder why there's homeless people.
Well, they also
Yeah.
wonder why they keep coming back.
Because they made them homeless, and then they got to do stupid shit again.
But not only that, if you don't get them to admit they got a problem, they go back to the same neighborhood, the same friends. The liquor stores are still open. That's
Absolutely.
my speech
Right.
at the pre-release seminar.
Right.
Is that if you do that,
Right.
you go back and do the same thing, you'll be back.
That's
I
correct.
always ask them, you guys want to come back?
Right.
And of course, man, they hate that place because it's a shithole.
That's. I will admit, and I know Charlotte County's not too bad. But again,
But the
they
jail
don't have
is
shit.
the jail's better because it's short term. There are guys that come to the AA meeting at DeSoto that are never getting out. They're lifers.
yeah, that's
But
bad.
the great thing about these guys
Right.
is that they're in there trying to help the younger guys. The
That's
new guys.
good.
They're coming
That is
to the
good.
meeting,
Right.
and they're sharing and they're
Right.
talking and they're
Right.
going, "Don't do what I
Right.
did."
That's right.
You
Well, here's
don't
a
have
sad
to go
part.
through this shit.
Here's a sad part. And I know. They're freaking making shit in the jail too, and getting it
course.
smuggled in. So
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
stupid, man.
People used to say to me, "Well, how can you get drunk in jail?" I said,
Oh, they're
it's
making
just
it.
as easy as
They're
it is on the
making
street."
it.
I had a guy, one of the first times I went,
Right.
I had a guy say, "I've been in here for 4 years and I'm 30 days sober."
Oh,
And,
wow.
first my head went,
Right.
"Well, how the hell is that?"
And the part that bums me out,
It's not
okay,
explained to
I'm
me.
59. When I was a punk in Michigan, I deserved, 60 days in honor camp because I was a punk when I was 18, right? Okay? Alcohol, drugs, stealing, all that crap, okay? But now, you don't even get a physical thing for visitation, okay? And I know that cutting that off, only seeing it, on the thing, on the TV, which is expensive, $15 per pop, okay? Ask my wife, that's how we know. All right, it's all policing for profit, in my opinion. Cutting that physical, like I used to have back in the 80s when they'd lock me up, I could at least touch them. They're claiming everybody that vids you is going to bring in drugs and a phone. It's not true. Do you know who's bringing it in? The guards, yeah.
You know what my sponsor's saying is of that?
What?
The only difference between the inmates and the guards
Yes.
is the uniforms.
Oh, dang. See, it is bad. It is bad. It is
But
bad.
If
It
you
is
got a good warden
Right.
who really is interested in helping people,
Right.
he'll allow for programs. And so at DeSoto, I'll give you an
Right.
example. On Monday night, we have 2 meetings.
Right.
A meeting in the chapel, a meeting at the work camp.
Wow.
We also have a Spanish-speaking meeting.
Right.
On Thursday, we have a meeting in the veterans dorm for the
Dang.
veterans.
Oh, no shit. They
So
are
we've got
starting
a
to
lot
start.
of shit going on because
Wow.
the warden
Right.
is and the warden, the
Right.
assistant warden in charge of programs,
Right.
knows what impact we can have on.
And you know,
the guys.
Charlotte County, especially after COVID, cut a bunch of stuff off
cut everything
over
off.
that scam
They
of
cut
COVID.
off-
That's my opinion. COVID
Right,
is a
I
scam.
agree.
Cut off
Okay,
everything.
total scam.
We're
It
back.
was okay. All right, that.
In
But
the
again,
prison and in the
again,
jail.
you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing when they leave. Charlotte County has no
Yeah, it's a
freaking.
real problem.
Whoa.
We do it.
I used to go.
We have. You don't have them here.
What?
We have a pre-release program.
Right.
But if they fill out a form,
Yeah.
Right.
tell us where they're going.
Yeah.
We'll have somebody meet them.
But again,
You're talking about where the homeless population
they.
goes.
Well, no. Again, I'm talking about. You want a hat? I don't know why I took the. I'm talking about, and he knows what I'm talking about. Okay, our economy is so bad because of Biden inflation. That's my opinion. 1 week, half your stuff is gone. Any more than that, everything is gone. And in Charlotte County, he knows this. There is nothing. You are walking out into nothing other than usually homelessness.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. So, you know, when I was in there, you know, I'm talking to Sarasota and Fort Myers people, they have places they can go there, both places.
Right.
Charlotte County has none. So that's what I'm asking you. Are you guys working on getting some place for them to go?
Charlotte Behavioral Health has a program,
Okay.
Right.
but you're right. It's the only one in Charlotte County.
And again, it's
There's another one.
tiny.
Let me
It's
tell you this,
right.
though. What my husband read recently, that there was a huge grant
Right.
that from Sam's, what's that agency? Sam HS. There's a huge,
HHS,
Yes,
Health and
that-
Human Services.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a huge, like $300,000. They got a grant.
Right.
And my thought is they're probably going to funnel that into this because everybody's down in
Right.
the trenches.
Well, I'll tell you who's
recognizes
gonna get some of
There's
it.
no place to go.
Right.
We go to the treatment center and take a meeting in
Right.
there, and half of the people that are in there's 12 patients
Right.
had nowhere to go when they got out. They were going to Fort Myers. They were going
Yes,
to Sarasota.
yes, yes,
but here,
yes,
it's
yes.
almost like they don't want them here. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable, man.
So we'll see what happens with this money, but we
Right.
recognize the need.
Right. I
It's
recognize
just-
the need because sadly I was in there for free speech. And that's when I found all the stories. And here's what's crazy. My name is Andy. If you get bored, look me up. Andrew Sheets, City of Punta Gorda. You'll see me all
Read
over.
all about
All right, you already know. All right. So anyways, so when I was in there, you know, here I did all these stories for years doing Cop Watch, being a reporter for that, about how bad it was. I go in there, it's that bad, man. Holy crap. He keeps it so cold, he doesn't even give you enough to wear.
Oh, yeah.
You got to buy stuff,
Oh yeah,
and people can't buy stuff. I'm just, the list of stuff is, oh,
yeah, it's wicked.
it's sad. And again, nothing when they come out. It's disgusting.
It is sad.
Bad.
It is sad, and I mean, until
So how do you know me? Where do you live?
I'm from Kentucky, but I lived in Port Charlotte. I lived in Riverwood.
Okay, all right. So yeah,
And
you
I
heard
read
about
I read about the whole thing that was going
It was
on
bad,
in
man.
Punta Gorda with,
Yeah, banning free speech.
Yes, and you were projecting things at the.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
By the way, still am. But did you know what they did? They hate free speech so much. Just because I was doing the projector, they got a hold of some state reps. They made it illegal statewide felony offense for free speech for a laser, which is not permanent.
That's amazing.
So guess what I have to do now? I finally got back out. Now, if I go into a parking lot, I have two screens. I set them up against a car. I can do the laser again on the screen, and I can do a projector. Fuck Sheriff Pramil and fuck you for voting for him.
Right.
Yes. And I do that right by 41. And it's fun. So anyways, you got people. Good to meet you, man. What's your name?
John.
And she already knows who I am.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Angela.
Good to meet
Yeah.
you. Good to see you. Yep. Yes, I'm trying. Hey, nobody ever got back to me. You remember, a year ago, you said you'd help out people, where they're spoofing your stuff. Ian McGuire did that to me. Nobody. Nobody. You said, I met you a year ago. You said that you would help out anybody that got spoofed and stuff like that. And so after you told me that, I did contact people, and nobody ever got back to me.
Oh, good.
Even though Ian McGuire did all that.
Did you get a free T-shirt?
No, the line is way too long. But that's why I came
We're giving
here.
out free hot dogs too. You want a hot
That's
dog?
why I came here, just to show that you don't give a shit.
behind the grill.
I know. Don't tell anybody. Just say,
Right here, Jonah.
Right here.
Okay, what's free?
Everything.
Okay, I mean it's our tax money, so can I take one of each?
Sure.
I got a family. I got to get them some stuff.
Would you like to have some tickets for a shirt? And
He doesn't need anything. He's
yes.
just going to go burn it on his camera and his film. So
Yes, can I get some tickets?
no.
Sure.
Okay.
He's just going to go burn them on his video.
Wow, that's pretty negative. Your chief is saying this? Can I get some tickets?
he sure can.
Yeah, you should tell him not to do that.
No. He does not get a cake.
Okay.
Can I?
I'm sorry, sir.
So on camera, you're gonna do that.
Have a nice day.
Wow, that's your police chief. Wow, that's pretty sad, man. Very, very sad. Could I get some tickets?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to give you.
Okay, all right, yeah, because your chief is an asshole, and he will be all over online.